Well, good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Sheffield for the final session of what has been a brilliant week of World Boxing Cup top-level boxing here at the home of GB Boxing. It's medals day, it's finals day, and this morning really wet our whistle. I'm Chris Latcham, we're live on BBC Sport. I'm delighted to say joined by Luke Campbell, who knows this part of the world very well, trained for his Olympic gold medal at London 2012 right here. Luke, what a morning we saw. We saw 7 bouts, and in those 7 bouts there were 4 gold medals won by home nations fighters, and one of them Cindy Ngamba, who trains with Team GB. It was a great morning.
It was a lot of skill. Really enjoyed watching the fights and talking about them this morning.
Yep, and it was great fun watching live on the BBC, and it's going to get even better today. So we've got 7 more bouts for you, and there are home nations fighters in 6 of the 7 in these finals. We'll present the medals as well, and 2 of the fights in the men's category contain all English finals. They're working towards these Olympic trials. There's one in Italy at the end of next month into early March. So it's a tense time for the GB-based boxers.
It is, you know, I remember it very well. You know, there's many occasions where I had GB tournaments where it was all on the line, you know, and 2 English fighters in the final. It's, you know, the one that wins goes through for the first qualifier. So I know the pressure, I know the feeling, and I wish them all the best of luck today. And main thing is to go out there and just enjoy yourself.
Yeah, well, the rewards are there for everybody to see when we've got an Olympic gold medalist in Luke Campbell calling the fights, because you and I just went for a little lunch break. We took a walk down the hall just behind us, down the Hall of Champions. You've got Anthony Joshua is there, Nicola Adams is there, and then a very fresh-faced Luke Campbell. You look a lot younger than you do now.
Yeah, I've had a tough paper round, yeah.
All those boxing fights have done you no favours, but you've still got a boyish charm about you. What are you looking forward to seeing this afternoon?
If it's anything like this morning's showing, it should be really good. There's a lot of skill, a lot of talent, and you can see how much, when they go in there, how much they want to win, which is always good to see.
Yes, it certainly is. So we're going to start with the lower weights, and we will work our way up, and we have a real contest as well in the super heavyweights. A couple of monsters fighting later in the show, live for you on the BBC iPlayer and on the BBC Sport website, or if you prefer, we're also live on the YouTube channels of both World Boxing and GB Boxing. And just a reminder, 2024, we're just at the start of the year, but this is, of course, an Olympic year. Luke, would your life have been, I imagine it would have been much, much different had it not have been for your experiences at London 2012?
Yeah, do you know what? It's a good question. It's a question I get asked quite a lot, really. Where would I be now if it weren't for the Olympics? And I don't know. Luckily, it was there for me, and I went on and did very well. And had a great career from there. But, you know, if it wasn't there for me, where would it be? Good question.
Yeah, the best thing I like about it as well, as we were walking down the hall, there were people stopping you and saying, Luke, could I have a moment? My grandson wants to have a chat with you. Time for everybody.
Yeah, definitely. I think that's what boxing's about. It taught me discipline, to work hard, character building, you know, and the main people about the boxing is the fans, you know, giving them the good fights, and it's an entertainment sport, so go in there, entertain and enjoy yourself.
Well, you gave us so much entertainment all the way from the Amateur World Championships to London 2012 and in the professional boxing ring as well, and he will continue to bring the entertainment alongside me on commentary over the next couple of hours as well. Tuck in, enjoy. We've got some top level Olympic style boxing in an Olympic year, but right now we need to allow the fighters to take centre stage. We're going to clear out and hand over to our MC, Craig Denham. Craig.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the English Institute of Sport, Sheffield. My name is Craig Denham, and I'm the Master of Ceremonies for this, the final session of the GB Open World Boxing Cup. This event is brought to you by GB Boxing, a UK sport, the National Lottery, Sheffield City Council, England Boxing and Sting. Our competing nations have been the Czech Republic, Denmark, England, Finland, Germany, Mongolia, the Netherlands, Nigeria, Norway, Panama, Scotland, Sweden, Wales, French Polynesia, and the refugee boxing team. So, ladies and gentlemen, the officials are ready, the boxers are ready. It's time to make some noise. It's time to start boxing. So, introducing your boxers to the ring. Firstly, boxing the red corner, representing England, give it up for SAVANNAH STUBLEY.
So a nice welcome from the crowd here in Sheffield to the first of the boxers to take centre stage in the afternoon and final session of what has been a truly absorbing week of World Boxing Cup action. SAVANNAH STUBLEY makes her way to the ring from the northeast of England, from Blythe. Another young boxer, just 22 years of age, Luke, with so much ahead of her. A Commonwealth bronze medalist from 2022. She'll know this ring really well. You and I have just been standing in there and you can see from the ropes, Birmingham 22. This has been shipped in from the Commonwealth Games.
Wow. It's a good ring. I was starting
ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner, representing Germany, give it up for MAXI KLOTZER.
Again, that German support behind us there.
Well, we said it this morning, didn't we? Every time there was a German boxer in the ring, all of their entourage, the entire national team that's travelled to Sheffield, they're out in support and they are noisy. And MAXI KLOTZER has already got one English scalp on her record this week. She beat Ivy Jane Smith in her opening bout on Wednesday. Compact little boxer, explosive pace. I think we're in for a real contest to kickstart the day. You're not wrong about that ring though. When we were in there, just for a moment, the look came back into your eyes. You started throwing a few shots.
Yeah, there was a nice canvas on there. You know, I used to hate getting in them rings where they had a real soft canvas, because it'd just take it right out your legs.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 60. It's a women's flyweight contest scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, we're in the all red, representing England. Give it up for SAVANNAH STUBLEY. And ladies and gentlemen, across the ring, her opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing all blue and representing Germany. Give it up for MAXI KLOTZER. Your referee at the bell, representing Wales, Ms. Mandy Brown.
So final instructions for the two boxers as we kickstart the final session of the first tournament of this World Boxing Cup. It's a year-long event, multi-event. The boxers pick up ranking points throughout the year. Ultimately, we'll crown a winner at the end of it. But they're also boxing for gold today. And MAXI KLOTZER, who is in the blue corner for Germany, now is up against SAVANNAH STUBLEY in the red for England.
I see SAVANNAH's gone straight out there, throwing the punches, quite eager to get a good start.
Yeah, she'll have had the inside track from her English teammate Ivy Jane Smith from earlier in the week. Ivy was beaten by MAXI KLOTZER on her way to this final, as SAVANNAH just lands a nice snap jab. Best punch of that early exchange. Both boxers just looking to feel each other out, but when they go quick, Luke.
They do, yeah. I'm just looking at SAVANNAH there, the English girl, and she's come out very sharp, very sharp. But
certainly has.
The German girl's coming back just as strong.
Well, she pounces so quickly, I said this, compact fighter, and she gets low, but she springs forward off that back leg, and when she comes, oh, that is such a crisp, clean right hand from the German fighter in blue.
She set that up nicely with a couple of feints just to draw onto something. Very smart.
Good shot, wasn't it? Straight down the middle.
And again, lands that right hand again, does the German girl.
A good contest so far, the first round of this women's flyweight final. MAXI KLOTZER against SAVANNAH STUBLEY. STUBLEY just being told not to lead in with her head.
Looking at their resumes, they look quite evenly matched as well for this fight.
It's good to see. Save the best till last. Nice work on the backhand right from STUBLEY. That's what I mean when she rushes and charges KLOTZER. It's so quick paced, but STUBLEY did well just to backpedal out of range.
It was really good to see that. She just moved away and made a miss. And that's exactly what she needs to do when she storms in like that.
Yeah, storms in with a sharp point-scoring punch, we would imagine, in the eyes of the judges. 5 judges dotted around ringside, all from different nationalities, and all looking to score the fight on the 10-point must-win system. The winner of the round must get 10 points. The loser, usually 9, but if they're well outpointed, can go down to 8 or 7. Oh, great punch.
Great right hand
from SAVANNAH STUBLEY with the right hand, but the Germans behind us are really enjoying what they're seeing as well from the blue corner.
I think SAVANNAH's speed plays a big part here against the German girl, as the German girl just keeps waiting for her. But with SAVANNAH's speed, she's beating her to the punch. As you've seen, that right hand just landed crisp.
As she did yesterday, she beat her fellow English teammate Demi-Jane Retson in a split decision win, did SAVANNAH STUBLEY. And at the moment it's hard to split these two. It's been a really gripping first 3 minutes.
I think it's going to be a very close round. I think they both caught each other very good.
Excellent round, and both acknowledge that with the touch of gloves as they head back to their...
And that's going to be a close round.
Certainly will. You often find with these early bouts, the first round of the session, not just for us on commentary, but for the judges, we've said off air, it takes a little bit of time for everybody just to get up to speed with the action. And these are the fighters who throw the most punches in swarms. There you go, it's a 3-2 split in favour of the English fighter in red, according to the judges. Luke, your take on that?
Do you know what? I think, if I'm honest with you, I think that's spot on. I think 3-2 split is probably where it needed to be. I thought the English girl landed 1 or 2 more crisp shots.
As we can see on the replay of the best of the action from the first round.
Sometimes they can wait a little bit too long and then they let the shots go. But there was a great right hand that landed by
seconds
the
out.
Lovely little uppercut there from SAVANNAH STUBLEY.
Round 2.
And we're back with the middle round of 3. STUBLEY in red against KLOTZER of Germany in the blue. Already 4 home nations gold medalists this week. It's been a really good haul so far, and SAVANNAH STUBLEY looking to continue that. Once again trying to use her speed to beat her German opponent to the punch.
The judges' scorecard in the first round doesn't change the fight that much in the second round because it was fairly still everything to play for.
So that's good work. 2 punches coming straight down the pipe into the face of the blue head guard. I hope you're picking this up on the microphones back home. The Germans behind us really getting behind their boxer.
Great combination there by the English girl. She goes in again, throws another load of shots. I think, is that a nosebleed coming from the German girl?
It is. There's blood coming from the nose of KLOTZER in the blue. And the referee will be keeping a close eye on that. They don't like too much damage to be taken into Olympic style boxing, and the referee is just going to have a quick look at this, I think.
So normally what happens here is if they get a nosebleed and they stop throwing punches back, then they can look to potentially stop the fight. But if they're still very active and they're still throwing back, all they do is clean it up and they continue.
Well, she's still in the fight, it feels to me anyway.
Yeah, she's still well in the fight. It's still nip and tuck at the moment. No one's really separated themselves yet.
Yep, and we are back underway. Can't make an omelette without breaking a few eggs.
The English
girl
girl
KLOTZER is straight back to it.
Straight to it, yeah. Straight in, firing a combination.
And she'll be targeting the head now with the blood coming out of the nose, you would imagine.
Yeah, I think any landing shot they go for, but now she knows that she's made a nosebleed, she'll probably be aiming for that again.
Yeah, well, this is great.
And it's back.
Great action, back and forward. There is a lot of blood, but noses do bleed an awful lot. There's blood on the face of SAVANNAH STUBLEY. I think that is not hers.
Yeah.
Well, the referee seems quite concerned about this. The problem is, mid-fight, you can't really stop a nose from bleeding, Luke.
It might happen every fight. You know, some people's noses go very easy. But
is it the nose or the lip? They're looking in the mouth on that rerun. We're back underway though. Klotz has been given the all clear to come back and box on. And we're into the last minute of this middle round of 3. And STUBLEY is moving around the ring well, with the scars of war all over her face, her opponent's blood spattered.
The English girl is boxing very smartly now. She's got a really nice tight guard, and she seems to be drawing the German in onto shots now.
Well, the German might feel like she needs to pour it on a little bit, having narrowly lost the first round, but then with the bloodied nose, she'll be concerned that the judges will lean fully in the red corner.
The German girl's coming on strong here, throwing a good 1-2 and a good right hand, landing shots.
A good contest this for women's flyweight gold at the GB Open. And once again, the referee wants the corner team to have a little look at this. It's the medic rather than the Germans' corner team.
Sometimes on these occasions, it's always quite hard to get the flow going, because they're constantly stopping.
We're stopping every 30 seconds now, aren't we?
Then they have to get back into the rhythm again. You know,
and as I've already made the point, noses don't have a habit of just stopping bleeding. They take time. But KLOTZER is back in the middle and running towards STUBLEY, her opponent, and immediately throwing out an overhand right. She is game. I mean, you tell me, Luke, you've been in the ring more than my 0 times, but I know that when I get hurt playing any sport, it makes you bite down a little bit on the gum sheet and come out fighting.
Yeah, do you know, it might not be the case where she got hurt, or her nose might just be running without much to take it to make it bleed, you know. But I think there's round 2, a lot of action, but very close, I believe.
Yeah, it felt like the world's longest round as well, with those 3 delays as they patched up the bleeding nose. And actually, what do I know? That nose is no longer gushing with blood, at least. And that is a 4-1 split in favour of the English boxer in red. So a 3-2 split in round 1, a 4-1 split in the second, and the Czech judge right down the middle has it dead level, along with the Danish judge at 19 all from the 2 rounds.
Right, okay, interesting to see the judges there. But now this potentially does change tactics going into the last round, because if you are down in the last round, you've got to pick the work rate up, you've got to put the pressure on, and you've got to land more shots than what your opponent is.
Well, KLOTZER will fight until the final bell. We saw that in her opening win against Ivy Jane Smith, the English boxer. KLOTZER was the shorter of the 2, and she is here. She also beat the Finnish opponent in Fila Kaivo Oja yesterday, and she was excellent in doing so. But she needs a big final round, the woman in blue.
And they're straight back to it.
Absolutely no signs that SAVANNAH is going to wheel away and stay out of trouble in this final round. Straight to work.
She likes she likes to take the centre of the ring and let her combinations go. It's good to see.
A good block with that extended left arm from KLOTZER, the German.
I think these both have very similar styles, in the fact that they both want to stand in the middle of the ring and trade.
Yeah, it's great to watch. It is absolutely great to watch. But the referee has so many concerns over this troublesome nose. And she will want to box on, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he keeps looking in her mouth, which is a bit strange for a blood nose.
I mean, it's definitely the nose that's leaking, but maybe there's 2 cuts.
The German is waiting, she's trying to draw onto the right hand.
Well, she's unfortunately got drawn onto her right hand there. Good shot from SAVANNAH STUBLEY. But the Germans are still liking what they're seeing here from their fighter.
It'd be good to see SAVANNAH using the jab a little bit now.
Just a warning from the referee to SAVANNAH STUBLEY, don't lead in with your head. Oh, it's a good shot from KLOTZER. Got straight through with the backhand right.
Yeah, she's waiting and waiting, and all she wants to do is throw that right hand. SAVANNAH has to be smart here.
The referee keeps asking MAXI KLOTZER in the blue, are you okay? And every time, instantaneously, she says, I'm fine. Eager to box on, it's great to see. STUBLEY working the body, punching on the break perhaps, and warned by the referee.
She really likes to let her combinations go, does the English girl.
Fast hands,
Very
2s and
fast.
3s every time.
Great lead up there. bringing the German girl in now.
So the lead hook is the left hand that comes round the ear of Maxi KLOTZER. She's had some success with that, SAVANNAH STUBLEY. Into the last minute 20. KLOTZER needs to find something. Down on the scorecards, only narrowly after the first round, more so after the second.
But it's straight back to it from these girls.
And another break in play while the doctor takes another look.
I believe both noses are running.
A trickle of blood from SAVANNAH's.
Oh, they've stopped.
And the referee and the doctor between them have stopped the bout. And I have to say, I don't think anybody in this arena wanted that contest to stop early. A rub on the head, a sporting rub on the head from SAVANNAH STUBLEY for a German opponent.
Yeah, I don't think she'd be very happy with that decision. You know, she was still there in the centre of the ring, throwing hard, fast shots, and still wanting to win the fight.
Might the referee have taken the decision that ultimately, down on the scorecards, knows that's in pretty bad shape, it's unlikely you're going to win this fight, I don't want you to take any more damage?
You know what? It's a very good point to make. But then it's the doctor that'll decide, for whatever reason, to stop the fight or not.
Yeah, and I mean, I know Maxi KLOTZER from having watched her all week. She would have wanted to hear the final bell, absolutely no doubt about it, but very sporting.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 60, please show your appreciation for both boxers. So, ladies and gentlemen, your referee stops the contest through injury, giving you your winner and new World Box Cup GB Open Women's Flyweight Champion, boxing out of the red corner, it's SAVANNAH STUBLEY.
And SAVANNAH STUBLEY,
a round of applause, both boxers.
Maxi KLOTZER a double-double in World Boxing Cup events. She won the event in Cologne in November, a German on top of the podium, but in this weight class, the women's flyweight, it will be an English boxer on position number 1. She's won the gold.
Well deserved as well. I thought she boxed great, super sharp, likes letting her hands go, great combination puncher, and it was a great fight to watch.
It certainly was. Let's rerun some of the fun. Luke, talk us through some of this action.
As you can see, they're both like standing in the middle of the ring, letting the combinations go, and there was also both of them waiting to land that right hand each as well. It was literally all or nothing for these girls.
All or nothing, and it's absolutely brilliant to see. So SAVANNAH STUBLEY has an international gold medal that will soon be around her neck. She's walking past her, all smiles, there's high fives for her team, fist bumps all round, huge grins. Yes. In this Sheffield arena for the home base fighter. It's another medal, a 5th today, gold medal.
Top of the world.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to bout number 61, which is a women's bout weight contest scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, to the ring, representing England, give it up for Lauren MACKIE.
Well, sit back and enjoy this, because this is one of the next generation of the GB boxing talent pool. Lauren MACKIE is 18 years old from Northampton. She can't go to these Olympics in Paris. Charlie Davison has already nailed down that spot at the Olympics, so Charlie will be at Paris 2024. But Lauren MACKIE says, my aim a bit further down the line, LA in 2028, if boxing is included.
Yeah, I mean, she's certainly got time on her hands. She's only 18 years old. You know, even when that LA potentially comes around, you know, she's still going to be a young.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing Sweden, give it up for Zira Millie.
So the Swedish number 1 is making her way to the ring in the blue corner. This is a round robin in the women's bantamweight because of the number of entrants this week. But ultimately, this is the final. If Lauren MACKIE wins it, she takes the gold. If Sarah Millie wins it, it gets a little bit more confusing because she's won one, lost one.
Right.
But we'll focus on the action in the ring and focus on the skill set that Lauren Mackie possesses. And you made the point that, yeah, in 4 years' time, she'll still be young and she'll be very experienced. You were 24 when you won your Olympic gold.
I was 24,
Luke.
yeah.
And she would only be 22.
She's got time on her hands. So she's got 1 win and 1 loss in this round robin tournament.
Sarah Millie, the Swede, has. Lauren Mackie, 2 for 2. She's won both.
Right. And who is it who's beat the Swedish girl?
Melissa Mortensen, who we saw earlier this morning in this morning's session. The Dane beat her yesterday.
Who won the first finals. Got it.
And Sarah Millie beat Zoe Williams of Wales, who we also saw this morning. But Lauren Mackie has been punch perfect so far, with wins over both Mortensen and Zoe Andrews, and looking for the perfect trio to try and take home the gold in the women's bantamweight division.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 61. This is a women's bantamweight contest scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing all red and representing England, give it up for Lauren Mackie. And across the ring, her opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing all blue and representing Sweden, give it up for Sarah Millie. Your referee at the bell, representing Germany, Mr. Holger Kusmal.
So, final instructions for these 2 bantamweights with the 54 kilo limit. Final bout of the round robin this week. Sarah Millie of Sweden in blue, Lauren Mackie of England in the red. Just 18 years old and already on the offensive, with the backhand right landing and a couple of punches landing already for Mackie.
Straight to work. She's already letting her hands go in the centre of the ring. Oh, good right hand landed.
I told you off air, Luke, you're going to enjoy watching Lauren Mackie. Certainly is a hot prospect, one to watch for the future. I know everybody here in Sheffield at the home of GB Boxing is very excited about her.
And she's 18, but she looks so young.
Oh, what a punch. Springing off the ropes, landing the backhand right.
Not giving this girl a second to herself.
Absolutely not, and she'll have seen her this week, beating her fellow home nation's stalwart Zoe Andrews, and then getting beaten by Melissa Mortensen. They'll have studied the tapes as well at GB Boxing.
Yeah, I remember that well. Good body shot there by the English girl. Straight right to the body.
Millie's game though, not backing off at all. Mackie is happy to stand and trade.
Walked onto a shot there though, did the Swedish girl.
Oh, straight jab from Mackie got through. And Millie just using a couple of spoiling tactics. The headlock, trying to take some time out of the round.
Yeah, she's certainly got the height and reach over the Swedish girl, and she seems to be using it well as she comes in. Ooh,
that's really good work. She got the first and last punch of the exchange, Lauren Mackie.
She did. Lovely combination. Just where it can get a little bit messy sometimes, where they're grabbing and holding. Straight, oh, lovely 1-2 there by the English girl.
Yeah, straight shots. Almost feel like perhaps you should see them coming, but they come so quick. Another one right in front of us, rocking back the head of the Swedish boxer in blue.
And again. And again.
Oh, really is excellent work this from Lauren Mackie, but still Millie, the Swede, is not backing off, but the referee will force her to as he puts in place a standing 8 count.
No complaints there for the referee jumping in and giving the standing 8 count.
Absolutely not.
She took some big right hands.
Mackie is highly skilled and highly dangerous on this evidence. So 30 seconds left in this first round. Lauren Mackie has secured a standing 8 count, which will influence the judges. She's landing 3 punches there in quick succession. The referee's taking a close look at this as Millie goes off balance and Mackie comes straight back in.
Yeah, the Swedish girl's taken her taking some hard shots there on 1-2s and right hands. She really needs to keep them hands high and her chin down.
This is a clinic. That was clinical from Lauren Mackie. 3 minutes of excellence in the women's bantamweight division.
Really was. She was catching the Swedish girl really well. Some big hard shots.
Well, we'll see the judges' scorecards now, but I feel like they should all go the same direction, and they have indeed.
Yeah.
All 5 going in the way of Lauren Mackie, and it's a 10-8 round according to the Danish judge
And
as
the
well.
Norway. Same with the Norway one as well.
The 2 down the bottom, yeah.
You know
So
what?
the Swede getting no love from the Danish and the Norwegian judge.
And that's because of the standing 8 count is why they scored it a 10-8 round.
Of course, let's see the best of the action, which will include the punches that brought forward that standing 8 count. So sharp.
Timing there was great. See how she just stepped in and just walked onto a jab like a red snap.
Seconds
back.
out. Second round.
And that was the shot there, just as we bring you back in vision for round 2. The shot that led to the standing 8 count. Lauren Mackie taking that first round on all 5 of the judges' scorecards, which means that Zara Millie no doubt will try and up the pace early in this second round. That's what we've seen all week from the boxers that lose the first round.
It's going to be a difficult challenge for the Swedish girl now to come back, because the English girl is setting such a high work rate and high pace and throwing lots of shots. It's going to be a very hard challenge for the Swedish girl to come back here.
His punch is coming from different angles as well, isn't it? Straight down the middle and then into the body, as we just saw there. Oh, it's really good work from Mackie. She's happy to ship one to give 2.
Yeah, you know, fair play to the Swedish girl. She can see she's really trying and she's stepping in and really wanting to land them shots, but unfortunately she's maybe trying a little bit too hard and walking onto shots.
So a reminder, Lauren Mackie can't go to these Olympics. I wonder if 1 or 2 Olympians might be quite glad of that. She'll be watching from home. Charlie Davison will be representing Team GB this summer.
And she certainly seems like a big force, what she's going to be for the future.
Certainly does. Never takes a backward step. Comes out of the clinch and paws forward, flies forward with aggression, but controlled aggression. Oh, it's a great shot. Really good shot. Millie had no answer for it.
Stepping in with these big 1-2s and landing them right on the button. She's really good at keeping a distance and then stepping in with her shots, is the English girl.
A World Youth silver medalist, Lauren Mackie, from 2022 in Spain. European Youth silver as well. English national champion. There's so much pedigree in there. And she's showing it.
Yeah,
On BBC telly. What a shot. Just dipped her head to slip the punch and threw in the big right.
The Swedish girl cannot get sloppy here, because if she gets sloppy she's just going to get hit with clean, crisp shots.
And she is being hit with clean, crisp shots. The right hook just missed, just round the back of the head of Millie, but she was ducking it to take the force out of it.
You can't beat a try, you know, she's still there, she's still trying. She's not going forward as much as she was, but she's still certainly boxing beautiful.
30 seconds left of another fairly one-sided round here. Lauren Mackie in the red of England against Zara Millie of Sweden in the blue. And another big right hand coming through unguarded from Zara Millie. There's too much movement, too much flair in there at the moment for her. That's a good shot though from Millie, sending one back the other direction.
It's just the Swedish girl just cannot get away from the 1-2 down the middle.
It's been the repeat combination that we've seen all the way through both of the rounds. Dominant performance so far from the English boxer in red.
Definitely, we see the same again with the judges.
And 2 more 10-8 rounds. All of them have gone Lauren Mackie's way. The Welsh judge, the Norwegian judge down the bottom have gone for 10-8s.
And there was no standing 8 count that round.
There wasn't, but you can still score 10-8s. You could even score a 10-7 if it was, you feel as a judge, completely one-sided.
Yeah. They've got a point in the scorecards, I guess. You know, you can't argue with that.
Yeah, and the other thing I would suggest, I mean, we saw a stoppage on a blood injury in the last fight with SAVANNAH STUBLEY stopping MAXI KLOTZER of Germany. I wonder if the referee will be looking closely here, because there's a huge gulf now here on the scorecards. I don't think Zara Millie can get this done. If she's shipping damage, does the referee think
third
maybe we've seen
last
enough?
round?
You know, what tactics has she got going out into this last round? You know, because if it was me in the corner, I'd be telling her to certainly work on some of the defences. You know, you ain't got to press the fight. She's on the front foot now going forward. To be fair to her, she just landed a 1-2 as a Swedish girl. But I think she be a little bit more smarter and take less shots.
Yeah, she has taken an awful lot of punishment in this fight from Lauren MACKIE, who's on the attack again.
You just cannot get away from that attack at the minute.
So MACKIE played football, she danced ballet when she was younger. She says it helped her reactions, taught her poise and balance, and we're seeing all of that in this fight.
Great.
Lovely work again.
Right and left up, fantastic. It's good to see the English girl now. She's putting a little bit more movement together side to side, and she's throwing the Swedish girl in. Just like that, where she walked onto a jab.
Yeah, sweet left jab. This is what you said earlier in the morning session. You said that sometimes when you knew you were so far ahead you wouldn't be caught, you'd try a couple of other things out. Why not?
Yeah, it gives you the opportunity to practice some certain things and do some new things that you haven't already done. Oh,
and ultimately the things that she's doing are yielding the same results. Power punches, terrific punches straight down the middle, but the referee is allowing Millie to continue as the gulf just grows ever wide.
Now, if there was to be a standing 8 count to be had, I thought it would have just been then. Maybe the referee didn't see it as much, but
it was a heavy shot, wasn't it?
It was. But
she's back underway. Minute 18 left in the round.
The Swedish girl is so game. She's still there. She's still trying, and you know, she's still wanting to win the fight, which is great to see.
It is great to see. It's what we've all tuned in for. And great to see young British talent, this time representing England in the shape of 18-year-old Lauren MACKIE. That's a brilliant combination. It's the 1-2 combo you've been calling all night, Luke.
That 1-2, she just can't seem to escape away from it.
And that time throws the punches, doesn't land the punches, but just swivels away with a little shoulder roll, gets out of distance.
Sometimes when you're in tournaments and you've got more fights ahead of you, and you're winning and it's the last round, you ain't got to engage as much because you need to save your body for the next fight. But this is the final, so she's still going full steam ahead, letting her hands go. Oh, and another 1-2.
Yeah, she's looking good with it. Oh, nice work on the inside and ducking out of trouble, but Millie is still firing. 10 seconds left in the contest. In truth, a one-sided contest. What a punch that is with the slip and the throw. The technique is pure. An excellent 9 minutes work from the teenager.
Clinical performance. Really was a clinical performance, that by the English girl. Feel a little bit sorry for the Swede.
Yeah, it's a tough night, a tough afternoon's work for Zara Millie. 1 win and 2 defeats this week in the women's bantamweight round robin. There is absolutely no doubt who has won that bantamweight round robin at 54k, the limit. Lauren MACKIE, 3 fights and soon to be confirmed 3 very impressive wins.
When you enter in a round robin, you know, to win every single fight in the round robin is certainly what you want, and fair play to her, 3 out of 3.
And you know, the other thing we've already talked about, she's in the gym with Charlie Davison, who's going to the Olympics. She'll be working with her, getting better alongside her every day.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 61, please show your appreciation for both boxers. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your winner. Boxing out of the red corner, it's Lauren MACKIE. A round of applause, both boxers.
Well, I think we'll be keeping a close eye on that young woman as she works through her career. There's the scorecards. Well, she won by 5 points on the Welsh judges' score. She won by 6 on the Norwegian. It's a 3-round fight. That is a wide margin.
That's big. 6 points in 3 rounds.
So here's the best of the action. I think we'll drink this in. It was the 1-2 combination you talked about all the way through the fight, Luke, that Laura Mackie was just getting so much change out of.
Really was, and you know, the Swedish girl, she was still a lively opponent in front of her. You know, she still was throwing shots back and really trying to win.
Yeah, she deserves a lot of credit, Zara Millie. She came to fight and she fought all the way to the final bell, and we talked about there might have been a time where perhaps that wouldn't be the case because she was so far behind on the scorecards, and I think the referee, to his credit as well, should deserve some praise for not stopping the fight and letting us all enjoy it all the way to the end.
Yeah, because when you're a competitor and a fighter, the last thing you want to be doing is getting stopped. You know, you don't care if you're losing the fight pretty heavily. You do not want to get stopped. You know, you want to go all the way and keep trying right to the end bell.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome into the ring the medalist and presenter for the women's 50 kilogram competition. And ladies and gentlemen, put your hands together for our presenter, Mr. Mike McAtee, Chief Executive Officer of USA Boxing. This is the World Boxing Cup GB Open Sheffield 2024 medal ceremony for the 50 kilogram women's competition. In bronze medal position, representing Finland, Pila Kaivo Oja. Also in bronze medal position, representing England, Demi Jade Reshtan. And our silver medalist, representing Germany, MAXI KLOTZER. In gold medal position and winner of the women's 50 kilogram competition, representing England, SAVANNAH STUBLEY. Please show your appreciation for our medalists and our thanks to Mike McAtee. Would you step forward for your photographs?
So congratulations to SAVANNAH STUBLEY for her gold medal in the women's flyweight division here at the GB Open. She beat MAXI KLOTZER in our opening bout of the afternoon session. And a bronze medal for English boxer Demi Jade Reshtan, who SAVANNAH beat yesterday. I don't know if you've noticed there on the screen the little boxes they've got. Yeah.
Tea bags.
It's tea bags. It's tea bags. What county are we in again, Luke?
Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, real tasty Yorkshire. We are on the BBC, I have to say. Other tea companies do exist. But it's well worth noticing that they are giving that out with the medals. So what do you want, the best? Do you want the medal, or do you want to go and have a cuppa?
Born and bred Yorkshire.
Yeah, I'll have a brew. I'll have a brew while you're there. So final photos in the ring with the gold medalist SAVANNAH STUBLEY in the women's flyweight category, and she's getting a big round of applause from the viewing platform away to our left hand side. So we've got a little bit of time to kill while the judges get back into position and they pack down the medal ceremony for our next bout coming up. We've got the women's featherweight final, 57 kg cut-off, Luke. 57. And I've watched both of these boxers all week. Maud van der Toorn is a young Dutch fighter, 18 years old. It almost feels like this next bout is like a European next-gen contest, because she's up against an English fighter in Elise Glynn, age 22, who, as you say, you were 24 when you won your Olympic gold. These are young boxers.
They're young. Very young, way younger than what I was, put it that way.
Younger than we are now.
Yeah.
I just got a little frog in my chest. Right, let's head back into the
Okay,
ring.
ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 62. Introducing your boxers to the ring. And firstly, your red corner. Representing the Netherlands, give it up for Maud van der Toorn.
Now, before the last fight, I looked at you off microphone. I said, you're going to love this fighter. That was about Lauren MACKIE. I'm going to say this one on air. You're going to love both of these two. They bring it.
I'm excited to see.
So Maud van der Toorn, still a teenager, hot prospect, two-time a Dutch youth champion, and she's won world honours as well. And she is incredibly impressive.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing England. Give it up for Elise Glenn.
You've got to be decent to win a World Youth Championship.
More than decent, more than decent. And what I really love about Elise Glynn is the energy that she brings to the ring. There's a style about her with the socks pulled up to her knees, neon yellow.
I used to like the high socks. That was me.
It's a bit of a throwback, a Luke Campbell throwback. She knows her Olympic boxing history. It's an ode to you. She knew you were coming.
Yeah. I always pull the socks high up. Even as a pro, I did it.
So Elise Glynn, she says she's the number one for Team GB. She's in no doubt. And she wants to convince everybody that she is the fighter to go to the Olympics at the women's featherweight limit. We'll have to wait and see for that, but right now she wants to win gold in the steel city of Sheffield.
And do we know, has she been picked for a qualifier yet?
We don't know who's picked for the qualifiers. We shall wait and see. So this is a final chance really just to get your nudges into those GB
Okay,
coaches.
ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 62, which is a women's featherweight final, scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing all red, and representing the Netherlands, give it up for Maud van der Toorn. And across the ring, her opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing all blue, and representing England, give it up for Elise Glynn. Your referee at the bell, representing Germany, Miss Susan Kopke.
The Germans are so full of voice. There was even a cheer for the German official then from behind us. Susan Kopke is the referee in the centre of the ring. Touch of gloves, and we're soon to be underway. Elise Glynn of England
Round
in blue,
one.
and Maud van der Toorn of the Netherlands in the red.
Both very tall for the weight category.
Yeah, the women's featherweight, 57 kilos is the cut-off, and both of them can box, as you will find out over the coming 10 minutes.
I see that the girl from Netherlands is already going downstairs. She's in against a tall opponent, and it's always good to go up and down with tall opponents.
So we will keep an eye on that. You're never in any doubt when Elise Glynn is throwing a punch. She really yells when she throws out the leather.
The Netherlands girl is straight to action.
At the moment, it's just a little untidy when they come together. Difficult to see what the judges would pick out from the opening 45 seconds. Now Glynn's trying to get on the jab and try and box a little bit of range.
There we go again with the Netherlands girl dropping the right hand down to the body.
Oh, good
And
clean
she's
shot from the woman in red as well, the Dutch fighter.
The English girl's doing well off the jab. Even there from the crowd, use a jab, use a jab. So.
I'm trying to come in with a double jab, but van der Toorn in the red read it and backed off, and then she came in with a clean backhand right of her own. With Glynn up against the rope, she's landed another one as well. Glynn just locking her up because she's caught a couple of shots there.
I just feel like the English girl's just waiting that little bit too much. She needs to let her hands go a little bit quicker.
Minute 15 of the opening round remaining in the women's featherweight final here at the GB Open.
Just a little bit tangled at the minute.
Yeah, it started like this and it's fallen back into the same rhythm after both boxers landed some clean shots. I think the Dutch fighter has had the best of it so far, but still a minute for both of them to impress upon the judges.
Oh,
good work.
It was a good right hand.
With the backhand hook over the top.
Yeah. I think the English girl can't afford to sit back and wait. I think she needs to be in charge here and let her shots go. She got caught again there.
Yeah, almost threw out a feint with the false jab and came through with the backhand Van der Turn in red. Oh, she's doing it again. There's a little shimmy before she throws her punches, just trying to offset Glynn's balance.
There's a lot of smartness to the Netherlands girl. You know, she's world youth champion and she's very tricky and awkward. And maybe the English girl's taking her around just to understand the style and to see how she works.
Well, all the way through the week, I've noticed that at the end of rounds, Elise Glynn walks back to her corner with her fist in the air. And I noticed there she didn't, but Maud van der Toorn did.
You know, you can always have that as well when you're going in the ring with someone and they've won something pretty big, and you can, like, as a champion, you give them a little bit too much respect. Is the English girl giving the Netherlands girl a little bit too much respect here in the first round?
Possibly so. I mean, both of their credentials are stellar for the age that they are. Elise Glynn's 22. She's an English national champion, national junior champion as well in 2017. I know that's a long time ago. She didn't lose a fight all year. Incredible. And she won gold at the World Boxing Cup in Cologne last year. So looking here to double down. Gold in Cologne and gold in Sheffield sounds nice, but up against her, she's got a former world youth champion, as you've already touched upon, Luke.
Seconds out.
High caliber boxers.
Now, what's she doing here in the second round?
Second round.
I think she's got to, there she goes. She was the first to throw the punch. Now she's letting the shots go. And this is exactly what she needs to do in this round.
Yeah, a little bit rougher from Elise Glynn, who's come out firing in the very early stages of this second round. So we're live on BBC Sport, we're live on YouTube with World Boxing and GB Boxing's channel. Thank you for being with us this afternoon on finals day at the GB Open. Elise Glynn in the blue for England up against Maud van der Toorn of the Netherlands, and it's a rough, tough second round so far.
Yeah. Referee having to split them up here because they're a little bit tangled. But the English girl started really well this round, letting the shots go now, and she's not waiting too long.
It's good front foot boxing from the Dutch fighter, who seems to have a sixth sense just to duck out of range whenever something comes back the other way.
Yeah, the Dutch fighter seems to be very good at going twice. So she'll put one shot together and then she'll go again and again. And that just seems to be catching the English girl out a little bit.
You were talking about that with Vasyl Lomachenko when you boxed him. He just could go and go and go and go.
Yeah, he had great phase work. I think the Netherlands girl here is showing good phase work as well. She's putting the shots together and then she's going again.
Yeah. A lot of stamina to be able to do that. Van der Toorn continues to come forward. That's good work from Glynn though, off the back foot.
Good lead hand shot. Catching him with the lead hook as she come in.
And she was advancing at pace and Glynn just stepped to the side and caught her with that lead hook, as you say.
You can't always look for that same shot though, you've got to mix it up a little bit. Let's get back on the jab.
And there's levels to this game. Perhaps earlier in the week when Elise Glynn was winning, maybe her opponents, you could go to the repeat shot that was working over and over again, but Maud van der Toorn's taken it to a new degree.
She just stepped in there with a lovely 1-2, did the Dutch girl. Now she cannot afford to wait, the English girl. She can't just sit and wait. That's it. She's got to step in with her shots and let her hands go.
But she's starting to look confident, starting to look light on her feet, Elise Glynn, like she's enjoying it in there as we work towards the final bell in the second round. Flicking out a double jab, and the second one just caught the face of Maud van der Toorn.
She is now, she's dropping her hands and she's maybe feeling a little bit more confident in there this round than she was in the last.
Almost trying to invite van der Toorn into more of a scrap.
Yeah, she knows she's caught him on that lead hook a couple of times now, so maybe she's dropping her hands to try and bring her on.
Oh, that's a good shot as she came in exactly as you said, Luke.
That's maybe why she's dropping her hands, and then as soon as she walks in, it's that hook she lets go.
They're still going after the bell.
I don't think they heard the bell.
Aggressive touch of gloves onto each other's face after the bell.
Yeah.
And the referee just smiles and sends them back to their corners. Okay, so let's have a look how we sit 2/3 of the way through the fight with the judges' scorecards. So the first one was scored 4-1 in favour of Van der Toorn, and that round again has gone 4-1 in favour of the red.
Yeah.
So Elise Glynn has it all to do as we head into the final 3 minutes. And I think she's just been told in that corner. She looks steely-eyed, focused, know what the job is at hand. It was a better round for her though, that second round.
It was a much better round, and she had a lot more success in that round. She did get caught with the odd clean shot herself, but she also caught her opponent a lot more. And I think going into the third round now, she can go off the confidence from that second round.
Third and last round.
Give a great round, this one.
Final round, last chance for Elise Glynn, who won the gold in Cologne at the World Boxing Cup in November. It's gold or silver today, and the next 3 minutes will ultimately decide it.
Now, if the English girl wants to win this fight, she's got no option but to throw shots, because that's the only way she's going to win.
Empty the tank.
Leave everything in the ring. That's what she's got to do this round. Which is...
There you go. Just talk me through that left hand movement from the Dutch boxer as she throws her hand into the air before coming in. It's almost like she's trying to catch Glynn off guard.
Yeah, so what she's doing there, she's throwing a feint and making the English girl react, and then she wants to counter that. It seems to be working really well for her.
Yeah, it's a clever technique. So Van der Toorn looks really confident. Caught a blue glove coming in though there. They both land again. Simultaneous punches.
Yeah. It's a very, very tight round so far, this one. Both catching each other with clean shots, as you could see there.
Yes, they are. Is Glynn doing what you want her to be doing here? Needing to empty the tank in this final round.
She's certainly letting her shots go a lot more than what she was, and she needs to do that, but on the bad occasion she might be leaving herself a little bit open as well and getting caught.
Against the highly skilled boxer, the Dutch woman in the red, who keeps walking forward. Glynn now throwing 5 punches at a time, but Van der Toorn locked up, couldn't get hit. She did get hit with a straight jab there though, off the left hand.
There you go.
Better work from Elise Glynn.
Definitely. She caught it with a combination, and then she followed up on a double jab straight after it. Really good work. The English girl really needs to work on a phase work here, where she goes once and then goes again.
Oh, smooth snap jab, 2 of them.
Great jab.
Off the back foot, and then comes in with a backhand right as well.
That's certainly eye-catching for the judges to see.
Yeah, it's late into the fight. We're into the last minute. That is eye-catching work from Elise Glynn. Has she given herself enough time to try and turn this fight on its head?
She's maybe turned the gear up a round too late, but she's in there with a very good opponent that's not allowing her to do that. Good success again. She's backing her up to the ropes and letting her hands go.
Having been beaten in both of the rounds, 4-1 on the judges' scorecards, Elise Glynn is bringing the battle to Maud Van der Toorn, who just covers up and doesn't ship any damage, but there was a big backhand right there. The hook over the top from Elise Glynn that landed.
And that's what I was just saying, where she needs to face. She threw her shots, paused, and then she went again, and that was the shot that landed.
Tremendous action right up until the final bell. Van der Toorn and Elise Glynn going toe-to-toe for women's featherweight gold. And the Dutch boxer punches the air again. I think she feels like she's got the job done.
Yeah, the English girl for me certainly had the best round yet in the third round. If she'd have started like that from the off, the decision possibly could be different.
Well, Van der Toorn is looking at back-to-back victories over English boxers, having beaten Olivia Holmes yesterday, the Liverpool boxer out of the Rotunda ABC. Today she's put on a really good showing against Elise Glynn. Won the first couple of rounds. Glynn showed some of her very best boxing in that final round. We will wait to see if it's had any impact on the judges.
very good boxing.
Okay,
combo.
ladies and gentlemen, band number 62, please show your appreciation for both boxers. And ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We, your officials at ringside, score a unanimous decision victory in favour of your World Box Club GB Open Women's Featherweight Champion. Boxing out of the red corner, it's Maud van der Toorn. A round of applause, both boxers.
Yes, a round of applause for both boxers. It is gold for the Netherlands. They're first at the GB Open. And there's the judges' scorecards. A couple of the judges had it close, but ultimately all of them went down the lines of the Dutch boxer. Unanimous decision, and Elise Glynn will settle for the silver. This is the best action from across the fight.
She's definitely a hot prospect for Paris Games, that's for sure. Showed a lot of skill in there today and a lot of smart boxing.
Well, Van der Toorn will hope to go there. I think the Dutch team will hope that she's there for them as well. Elise Glynn says, look, I am good enough. I will get to Paris. This is by no means the end of her quest to get to Paris. We've got the Olympic trial in Italy at the end of February and March. She'll be knocking on the doors of the coaches and saying, look, the quote that I've already told you, I am good enough. I want to get to Paris. I've boxed in front of the TV cameras, in front of a big crowd in a multinational event, and I've got the silver medal.
But you know what? This is the place to make mistakes right now in this tournament, because you make your mistakes here, you learn from them, and then you don't do them in the qualifier, because that's where you cannot afford to make mistakes. So here is a perfect place to make mistakes. Just don't be doing it in the qualifiers, because that will cost you massively.
Yeah, you would imagine there'll be a lot of tension.
Ladies and gentlemen,
when they get to Italy,
please welcome into the ring the medalist and presenter.
Because it's medals time once again.
64 kilogram competition. And a very warm welcome to our medal presenter, Dr. Doniot McFarlane, England Boxing Board Director and Medical Director. This is the World Boxing Cup GB Open Sheffield 2024 medal ceremony for the women's 54 kilogram competition. And in bronze medal position, representing Sweden, Zera Milli. And in silver medal position, representing Denmark, Melissa Mortensen. Ladies and gentlemen, in gold medal position and your winner of the women's 54 kilogram competition, representing England, Lauren MACKIE. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our medalists, and thank you to Dr. McFarlane. Please move forward for your photographs. Thank you.
So Laura Mackie has got her tea bags, she's got a gold medal around her neck. My spidey senses are tingling. I don't think that'll be the last time that young woman wins a gold medal.
I was really impressed by her. What a performance, what timing she's got, the power that she had as well. Like, her shots look so crisp and powerful.
How rare is it that a boxer can put together that crisp timing, the sharpness, the punch selection, the power at such a young age?
You know, I've seen it a lot over the years. When I first started boxing like that, like I remember the likes of Amir Khan. I used to train with him on the GB setup in the early days, and he was the type of kid that just went straight to the top very quick. My journey, on the other hand, was a lot different and a lot longer. You know, the amount of time it took him as a young kid to get to the top was in a short period of time. For me, it was a lot longer journey. I had to go through a lot more developing. But she looks like she's already got quite a lot of it, and her journey could be short to the top.
The real deal. You would imagine when a boxer like Lauren Mackie, when Amir Khan all those years ago, ahead of was it Beijing, Athens? I can't even remember. They all blur into one.
Beijing.
Ahead of those Olympic,
Athens.
it was Athens, wasn't it? In
Athens,
2004. God, that ages us. But when they walk in, I bet the GB coaches just go,
Okay,
we've got
ladies
one.
and
Back
gentlemen,
into the
we
ring.
move on to bout number 63.
We go back to Craig.
Introducing your boxers to the ring. Firstly, your red corner representing England. Give it up for Joe Tyers.
Let's kick these tyres and light these fires. Joe Tyers from Ashington, Northumberland, 23 years old. This is the first of 2 all-English finals on the last session of the World Boxing Cup GB Open here in Sheffield. Joe Tyers came through a really tough fight yesterday against a rough, tough Gambian-born German, Asan Hansen, one of 2 boxing twins. Both were here. Both actually lost yesterday, but they've still got their Olympic dream, and so too does Joe Tyers. And he'll be trying to lay down a marker as he goes up against one of his teammates.
Corner to the ring, representing England. Give it up for Patrice Mughazai.
Now I'm sure that these have had many rounds with each other in sparring, so they'll probably know each other inside and out.
Does that make for a good fight or a less good fight if they know each other inside out?
I think it could make for a good fight. A good fight. When I boxed against my competitors that was in the same team as me, I knew what shot they was going to throw before they threw it. I knew them in and out. You know, and that gave me the upper hand.
And as you said earlier, while you're mates in the gym, you aren't always great mates because you're all going for the same
ladies
goal.
and gentlemen,
You're never mates at the same way. Not if our goal's the same thing. We're not friends.
Well, we shall see over the next 9 minutes of boxing.
Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, we're in the all red, and representing England, give it up for Joe Tyers. And across the ring, his opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing all blue and representing England. Give it up for Patrice Mughazai. Your referee at the bell, representing Norway, Mr. Thomas Nelson.
So it's worth reminding that with that Olympic trial on the horizon, this is not a box-off. But it could influence thinking around those Olympic trials.
Have they got a qualification at their weight?
No. So there is one up for grabs. And ultimately, as you say, can you ever be truly mates when you've got the same goals? You've got Patrice Mughazai in blue and Joe Tyers in red.
Blue stands in the southpaw stance.
And it started at a real pace.
Certainly has.
Lead right hand from Mughazai in blue, and Tyers is trying to chase him down. Well, I asked you the question, if they know each other inside out and they've sparred hundreds of rounds, does it make for a good or bad fight? The first 20 seconds tell me I think it's going to be all right.
You know what though, sometimes sparring, and some fighters don't get up for sparring. Some spar better than they do fight. You know, some fight better than they spar.
Tyers targeting the body, but Patrice in blue backs away.
Patrice is looking for that lead hook to draw Joe on.
Oh, they throw leather. Quick and powerfully, these two. Both of them with the same ultimate goals in the amateur game. They want to go to the Olympics. They can't both go to the Olympics.
There'll be a lot of pressure on this fight for the winner, for both of them.
Well, that's a good shot. The backhand right from Joe Tyers in the red.
Patrice is the one that's standing from the centre, that's throwing the jab. There you go, look at that jab, great jab.
Crisp. He's got a really wide stance, hasn't he, Mughal? Strong base.
Great backhand uppercut there, brought Joe onto it.
Oh, what a contest so far. They're throwing some big bombs in there. These two light welterweights battling for the gold here on home soil. And good work from Mughal as he was backing away in blue. What a crisp uppercut as Tyers came rushing in.
For me, Tyers is having to close the distance, but see what he's doing it pretty well there. His gum shield's just not being knocked out his mouth. He's closing the distance well. He's just got to be careful leading in with his head over that front foot.
So Patrice Mughal in the blue has had his gum shield knocked from his mouth. Short pause to the action and we're straight back underway.
Tyers seems to be a little bit more of aggressor here. But I'm really liking Patrice's boxing off his jab.
There's nice silky style, isn't there? Good uppercut, but straight back came Patrice with the lead right hand. Lead right hand.
That's twice now he's brought him onto that backhand uppercut.
Shake of the head from Patrice in the blue saying, no, you didn't catch me on that advance, Joe. Two Englishmen battling for gold here in Sheffield.
Patrice is the one that's...
Oh, that is a great backhand shot.
Everything's off the jab for Patrice now. Nice
lead hook with the right hand from Patrice Mughal. Silky style, Tyers the aggressor. And Patrice bangs his gloves together, nods. He thinks he's got the judge's decision on that first round.
I think he's right, you know. I think he's just nicked that round for me. I thought Joe was putting the pressure on, but I think he just brought him on to a couple more shots.
I said this earlier in the week, it looks like Mughal to me would be a promoter's dream. He looks the part, he's got a silky boxing style, and he's 4-1 up on the judges' scorecards for that first 3 minutes.
4-1 up. Tyers is doing well closing the distance, but he's just getting caught the odd 2 times when he's closing it, leaving his head over his front foot. See there where he just got picked off with a lead hook. He's boxing really well, Patrice.
Yeah. So you've worked with these GB coaches. What will their message be to the red corner trailing on the scorecards after round 1?
Seconds out.
The red corner would be tighten the guard up, get your feet in before you throw. Because if your feet's not there, you're going to be lunging in and you're going to be coming onto the southpaw's right hook.
And you get caught because it's a slick right hook as well. And Mughal come out having won the first round, trying to set the tone for the second.
You can see he's a little bit more confident in this second round, the way he's applying his work in the centre of the ring and throwing his jab.
Nice shot down to the body and then one upstairs as well. And Tyers is just throwing the single shots at the moment. He needs to throw the combinations. Oh, that's a good shot though.
A good one.
Shake of the head from Patrice, but it definitely got through, and so too did 2 more of the flurry from Joe Tyers. But a little left-right combo from Mughal. We've got a real fight here in Sheffield.
Patrice needs to keep on that jab and keep Joe in the centre of the ring. If he's going to let Joe back him up to the ropes, he doesn't want to be there. This is where he don't want to be.
Well, great action to start the second round. We're a minute into the middle round of 3 here in the men's welterweight final, an all-English final for the gold in the GB Open. All
action, all packed.
Well, it's what these people here have paid their money to see.
Joe is certainly still the aggressor on the front foot going. Patrice is doing a good job holding the centre of the ring and letting his shots go.
Oh, nice shot as well as he wheeled out a dodge.
He only can do that when he holds the centre of the ring, because you can't do that on the ropes, it's too dangerous.
The right hand is the danger, isn't it, from Patrice? He throws it well.
Joe's been a little bit more smarter here now before he comes in. That was a great one too by him. But he's not just lunging in, he's coming in with a tight guard.
Measured, much more measured.
Oh, great boxing by Patrice. Stepping back, drawing him onto the left-hand backhand.
He's starting to grow in confidence as well as the bout goes on, having won the first round on 4 of the judges' scorecards. A lot of belief coming from the man in the blue.
You can certainly see his confidence in this round coming high a lot more. Jabbing to the body, he's hooking over the top. He's holding that centre of the ring.
34 seconds left in this middle round for the men's welterweight gold at the GB Open. Muggleseye in blue against Tyers in red, both English. Big shots being thrown but nothing landing for 10 seconds. Tyers is throwing out a flurry of 3 punches. Again, nothing clean cut getting through, and every time he misses, Patrice in blue just shakes his head.
I bet these two have great sparring matches.
It'd be great to be a fly on the wall or to be a part of the Team GB team when these guys go up against it, just in sparring. How was work today? It was fantastic, really enjoyed it. So Patrice and Joe both staying on their feet, not taking the rest. Let's have a look at the second round. And it's gone 4-1 in the same way, all in favour of the man in blue.
2 judges have it even, and 3 having blue corner winning, right? Is I reading that right?
That is right, that is right. So a big round from Joe Tyers could swing it, but it needs to be one of the biggest rounds. Both have leaned blue so far.
Patrice here cannot afford to switch off. Not with someone like Tyers in front of you that's coming on strong, and he cannot afford to switch off in this last round, even though he's up.
Both with so much on the line as well, with their dreams of Paris 2024 so close.
Third and last round.
So Joe Tyers in the red, Patrice Muggleseye in the blue in the final round of the men's light welterweight final.
And when it gets to these type of weights in the men's division, you know, one shot could end the fight.
Yeah, as we have seen this week, we've seen stoppages in the light heavyweight division, we've seen a stoppage in the heavyweight division, the super. These guys can pack a punch as well, even at light welter. There's a lot of power in those bodies. And he's chasing now. He knows what's being asked of him, Joe Tyers.
He is, but he needs to back him up to the ropes, then let his shots go. Exactly what he's doing right now. But
Patrice is showing now, clinging on. 5 seconds. Chip away at the clock. Chip away at the clock. He knows he's in front.
I would do the exact same thing. If I'm close to the ropes, I'm going to grab him, I'm going to turn him and take the centre of the ring again.
Yeah, been a great contest. The centre of the ring is where Patrice has wanted to be all night. At the moment, it's Joe Tyers who's trying to press that particular advantage.
Patrice here needs to keep on the jab, keep him in the centre of the ring.
There's a slickness to his work, even in defence, though. Very quick on his feet. Whether he's going forwards, going backwards, he's able to freewheel out of trouble. Oh, it's really nice. 4 punches thrown. The third shot got through, clean as a whistle.
That's it. Joe's got to be careful here with his hands. He's dropping his hands quite a bit coming forward.
Oh, both men scoring in that exchange. Tyers trying to work down to the body, as he did at the start of the fight. 2 shots getting through from the man in red as well. He's running out of time now, into the last minute. Joe Tyers behind on the scorecards. Needs this round.
He does, he needs this, he needs a big round. A big round.
But there is still time. There is still time. 45 seconds, but it needs to start now from the man in red.
I think Patrice is just a little bit too slick. His quality of defence and movement is very good. Certainly be a hard task for Tyers to do.
Yeah, and the time is ebbing away into the last 30 seconds. Muggleseye, you'd imagine, just stay at range now and you'd feel the job is done. Hands down by his waist, look. Oh, a little snap uppercut, lovely work.
He's brought him onto that about 3 times in this fight, very good shot. Great boxing to see in blue corner.
Yeah, the crisper work has definitely been blue.
Boxing
in this bout. He's already celebrating before the final bell.
boxed lovely on the outside there. Great performance.
Certainly was. A nod to the opposite corner from Joe Tyers over in the red. They'll all know each other really well. They train on a daily, weekly basis here in Sheffield.
Certainly great for his confidence, that, if he's potentially going to go to Italy in the qualifier for the Olympics.
Well, a second, if he gets the nod here, which I think we're all expecting he will, it'll be a second win over one of his English teammates. Hugh Malone went the wrong way earlier in the week.
So he's beat 2 English guys already.
Not a bad statement to make.
Not a bad, no. Surely cements his place as number 1
Okay,
going
ladies
forward.
and gentlemen, bout number 63, please show your appreciation for both boxers. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards, where your officials at ringside have scored a unanimous decision victory in favour of your World Box Cup GB Open Light Welterweight Champion. Boxing out of the blue corner is Patrice Mugazi.
Excellent performance from an excellent young fighter who will have his designs on the Olympics this summer. Boxing out of the Power Hooks ABC from Ealing in West London. The southpaw was just too good for his fellow English opponent, as the scorecards on your screen there can testify.
Yeah, I was very impressed with Patrice there. Looks like he's got a whole big bag of set of skills there. Very impressive. And he was in with against a guy who was good and strong and certainly wanted to win the fight.
Well, we talked about what the GB coaches or any coach of any national federation or any boxing gym would be like when a real talent walks in and they clap eyes on them for the first time. I've said a couple of times this week, I think promoters will be looking at Mughazai and going, okay, right, he's got his Olympic style boxing, his amateur career to focus on and to zone in on, which he will, but in time I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 phone calls going in, because he's slick, he looks the part and he boxes well.
Yeah, do you know what, if I was a promoter, I'd certainly have my eyes on him. You know, especially the ones that have got big TV contracts and things like that. You know, if you can sell tickets and box like that, you're certainly putting yourself in a good position.
Certainly putting himself in a good position with a gold medal here, having taken silver
Ladies
at an
and
international
gentlemen,
tournament in Spain
Please
last
welcome
November.
into the ring
Once
the
again,
medalist
it is medal
and
time.
presenter
We're
for
going to
the
head back
women's
into the ring and join
57
Yuri
kilogram
Matashev.
competition. And please welcome back our presenter, and a very warm welcome to Matthew Holt, Vice President of World Boxing and Chief Executive Officer of GB Boxing. This is the World Boxing Cup GB Open Sheffield 2024 medal ceremony for the women's 57 kilogram competition. And in bronze medal positions, we have Bex Etherington, the Elite Performance Manager of Great Britain Boxing, representing Olivia Holmes of England, who is not here to receive her medal. So Matthew, if you would do the honours. And also in bronze medal position, representing Germany, Canon Tass. In silver medal position, representing England, Elise Glynn. In gold medal position and winner of the women's 57 kilogram competition, representing Netherlands, Maud van der Toorn. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our medalists and thank you to Matthew Holt.
So many congratulations to the Dutch boxer Maud van der Toorn as she picks up her gold medal and her box of tea bags for winning the women's featherweight division here at the GB Box Cup. I wonder what she makes of the little box of tea bags.
Do you reckon she drinks tea?
I don't know, maybe we could ask her as she walks past us a little bit later on. A couple of wins over English opponents, Elise Glynn in the final that we saw just a few minutes ago, and Olivia Holmes yesterday, and she is still a teenager and a supreme prospect for the future, Maud van der Toorn. Okay, so we're just gearing up now for the final 3 bouts of the GB Open. I've really enjoyed my time so far, working with Kieran MacDonald on commentary yesterday, and yourself, Luke Campbell, Olympic champion today. 3 more fights to come, including the men's light middleweight final, which is next, with Lewis Richardson going up against a very skilled Dane. Then we've got the super heavyweight boys. It's the only one of the fights not including a home nations boxer, and we'll end with a men's light heavyweight final in the 80 kg with George Crotty of England taking on his fellow teammate Ramtin Musa to close the show.
England v England.
That's why we're ending it with that one and not the big super heavies. That's the one that everyone wants to stay tuned in for. And George Crotty hasn't actually boxed here this week because both of his opponents have pulled out injured. Walkover, final. Will he be sharp enough to win the gold?
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we move on to bout number 64. Introducing your boxers to the ring, and firstly, your red corner, representing Denmark. Give it up for Nikolai Tatian.
Nikolai Tatian looks the absolute business, and let me tell you, he is the absolute business. Born in Armenia, now representing Denmark, and he has already punched his ticket to Paris 2024, European Games gold medalist from last year in Poland.
That's a hard competition to win.
Certainly is. Multinational events, and there he was on top of the podium, and not having to worry, a bit like you. He's qualified months ahead of the Olympic Games. He can just focus on the games.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring, representing England, give it up for Lewis Richardson.
Very popular fighter in the GB boxing setup. Lewis Richardson, 26 years old, from Colchester in Essex, master's student. I talked about yesterday how he did some work on a dissertation on whether or not you could host an event like this here in Sheffield, and they borrowed some of his data, some of his statistics, and here we are hosting an event here in Sheffield. So well done to Lewis. He's no mug either as well. Commonwealth bronze, European silver medal. I think we're in for a treat in this light middleweight final, Luke.
Yeah, so he's impressive outside the ring. Let's see what he's got inside the ring today.
Like so many of these boxers, he only got into boxing because he wanted to get fit for football. Turns out he got supremely fit and liked the boxing a little bit better. Good choice, I think. So the men's light middleweight final is soon to be upon us.
This is bout number 64, which is a light middleweight final scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers, firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing all red and representing Denmark, give it up for Nikolai Tatian. And across the ring, his opponent, boxing out of the blue corner, wearing all blue and representing England, give it up for Lewis Richardson. Your referee at the bell, representing Scotland, give it up for Mr. George Brown.
So Lewis Richardson, the only of the light middleweights in the home nations in this event, and he's got all the way through to the final with a couple of wins over Martin Skogheim of Norway, unanimous decision on Thursday, and then another unanimous against Kelvin Sequesa of the Czech Republic yesterday. But this is going to be a real test for the Colchester southpaw with the lead right hand.
2 southpaws here. Got one a little bit shorter. I think Lewis certainly needs to use his attributes, his longer reach and his stance and his height over the smaller guy.
Yeah, so the 2 southpaws takes away their point of difference that they've had throughout their careers because their feet won't tangle, they're not awkward because ultimately they're boxing against versions of themselves.
Now, it's always different when you see two southpaws fight. You know, when you get two orthodox fighters, it's just normal, but you don't often get two southpaws against each other.
And here they are in the final at the GB Box Cup, and going hell for leather early doors. Richardson of England in blue, Tatarian of Denmark in the red. So all being well, this could be a bout that we see in Paris this summer, but Lewis Richardson is by no means guaranteed to be there.
Great left hand there over the top for Lewis. Just over the top of his jab. Good jab.
Yeah, another good jab, and throwing the ones and twos as well.
Oh, and again.
Tatarian coming back with force, and Richardson just sending a punch straight through the middle as he advanced.
Richard needs to keep on his jab. Keep him in the centre of that ring and use it.
Oh, lovely. Such speed on the jab. It's pleasing to see, isn't it? That lightning ramrod straight jab. But this is good work from the Dane as well.
Dane looks very powerful when he lets his shots go. So Lewis needs to keep him at distance. Keep him on the end of his shots.
Yeah, so the shorter man from Denmark, it does look like he lives comfortably at the weight. Real power in his shots. Richardson starting to put together the combinations. Caught one coming in.
Lovely work there by Richardson.
Certainly
Caught
was.
one shot in exchange, but landed a couple of good ones himself.
Take one to get three.
Normally when you watch two southpaws fight, there's not as much action because they're both counter punchers. But there's no problem with these two.
No, straight into it, straight into it. Fire and thunder. Looked a little low from Lewis Richardson in the clinch there.
I think what's working well for Lewis is his jab. He really needs to keep on that.
It's a pinpoint jab, isn't it? It's laser accurate, lightning quick.
It's done him good in this first round.
Yeah, good round. Good opening round to this men's light middleweight final at the 71 kilo limit. All week we've had Patrick Brown on co-commentary. We've had Kieran MacDonald, guys that work in the gym alongside Lewis Richardson, and they constantly praise his in-ring IQ. What do you think they'd be getting at when they say that?
Well, when I seen his opponent has won the European Championships, that's a pretty big deal. That's a very hard tournament.
European Games, not the European Boxing Championships, the European Multisport Games.
Right.
But still,
you know, I reckon there'd be certainly a few hard countries in there.
Definitely so.
Now, if he's done that, he's got to be at a decent level, and he's gone in there in that first round, and for me, he's showed what he's about. I think he nicked that first round. I'm not showing the judges' scorecard yet.
Seconds out.
I think he won that round for me. He landed more clean shots.
And so into the second round we go. The two southpaws. England's Lewis Richardson against Nikolai Tatarian in the red. Oh, and he's caught one there, Richardson, as he was backing towards the ring post.
I think maybe he thought he didn't have the strongest first round there, so he's come out strong in the second.
Yeah, just lost his footing on one of the padded ring guards down by his feet, so that was the slight pause in action, but we're straight back to it. Oh, that's nice work as he throws out four punches, but Tatarian just doesn't take a backward step, straight onto it.
Sometimes when they're charging in like that, they get tangled up pretty easy.
Who's getting the best of those exchanges? Because to me, it's hard to see with my eye.
I'm the same, it's hard to see, really.
And that's why we have 5 judges at ringside. Good high-held guard from Lewis Richardson, not allowing the red boxer's punches to get through. In he comes charging again, and maybe that's the ring IQ that the GB boxers have told us about all week. Richardson saw it coming, backed off.
Richardson's very aware about what's coming back. He's letting his shots go, but he's got a good defence on defending what's coming back.
Keeps himself tightly guarded, doesn't he?
He certainly does. That jab again.
Yeah, that's a good shot as well with the lead hook.
And his defending, rolling away and getting away from that attack.
He's smiling in there as well, Lewis Richardson. I think he's enjoying this.
I think
it's a good jab, straight down the middle.
His confidence is growing now, round by round. You can see from that first round, and now he's caught the guy with a couple of clean shots. That's only going to grow his confidence.
Feeling out process in the early minute or so. Ever since then, since he's found the range with that jab, Lewis Richardson is growing.
He's keeping him on the jab, catching him lovely there. And again, trying to bring him onto that lead right hook.
Stylistically, great to watch both of these boxers for different reasons. Richardson off the jab, and I like the way the Dane rushes in as well.
The Dane rushes in, but he leaves himself wide open to get hit.
42 seconds left in the middle round here. Richardson is the tidier of the fighters. Tatarian, in patches, is the more aggressive.
He's doing really well on the back foot, Richardson. He's hitting first and then drawing the guy in. I don't think the Dane knows what to do with him, if I'm honest.
Last few seconds of the second round of 3 in the men's light middleweight final here at the GB Open. Lewis Richardson just trying to see out the round, a round where he's had a fair bit of success with his jab, and he nods to his corner. That's a confident man walking back to his blue corner.
He certainly feels like he's won that round. You know, you always can tell when someone smiles and nods thinking they've got it, but what the judge is saying.
Well, what are the judges saying? Let's have a little look. So the first round, they gave a 4-1 split in favour of Tatarian in the red, and in the second round, they've gone down the same lines. And just looking at the total scores, down by two. But Lewis Richardson has convinced the Welsh judge twice. So down by 2 on 4 of the cards, but ahead on the Welsh judge's scorecard. It means he might have been confident walking away, but it's all on Lewis to go out and win this final round.
You know, I did mention just there, you can feel good and feel like you're winning the round, and then the judges might be looking at something else.
Seconds out.
Will he have had that relayed to him that he's behind?
Are they allowed to know the score in the corners?
We know. Surely you get messages out.
Then yeah, I'm sure his corner would have said that. Listen, you're down. You need to do more.
The big body shot just drew a groan from those behind us. I think 1 or 2 people felt it was low from Tatarian in the red, but Richardson has the work to do in this final round. Let's see how he goes about it.
I think he knows he's down on the judge's scorecard. He's got a tight guard, and he's coming forward for him many shots.
Yeah, you can tell by the upping of the work rate. But Tatarian is trying to catch him out, keep him at bay with those barreling body shots.
I don't know who will this suit more, the Dane or the English guy.
Well, it seems like Tatarian's game plan in this final round is to work the body as Lewis stands close and tries to trade some leather. There you go again, 1 to the body, 1 to the head.
Nicely defended though by Lewis, them 2 shots. Again, that crisp jab from Lewis, snapping the head back of the Dane.
That's great work. That is great work. His best of the fight.
Great work.
4 punches landed. He felt Tatarian punched him after the referee said break.
I hadn't really seen the Dane land many clean shots, if I'm honest. That was a good, apart from that.
Commentator's curse from Luke Campbell.
Sorry, Lewis.
Good fight this. Minute 40 left. Richardson has to find the winning combination here in this decisive final round.
He's really putting it on the Dane now. He's pushing forward and he's throwing plenty of shots. This is the first time in the fight where he's had him on the back foot.
So Richardson, a Commonwealth bronze medalist, a silver from the European Championships a couple of years ago. How he'd love a gold in the gym that he calls home here at the base of GB Boxing.
I think he's really outboxing this Dane in this round. He's boxing lovely. He's catching him with a lot of crisp shots, eye-catching shots that are knocking his head back.
Been in good form as well, Richardson. He won a tournament in Portugal, he won in Spain last November and in Finland in the same month. Those are his 3 last tournaments, and he's in the final here again. 53 seconds to go for him to really stamp his authority and ask the question of the judges.
For me, he's having a great round for me. I don't think he can do much more than what he's doing. He's pressing really well. He's got a great defence. And he's letting his shots go. What was that, 4 or 5 shot?
Yeah,
combo?
again, 1 and 2s landing.
Again, he's not stopping.
Well, Tatarian will know he's been in a fight today, whatever the outcome. Richardson continues to pour forward. Now, they're head-to-head and just exchanging little micro uppercuts. Now they stand up tall. Oh, big shots,
again.
both men landing. Got to put it all on the line, right to the final bell. Tatarian with the big shots, the body shot got through, and that is the end of a very, very engrossing conflict.
Great fight there by both men.
So Tatarian with the knowledge that he's already qualified for Paris. I raised the question earlier in the week that might that mean you would ever so slightly take your foot off the gas, not wanting to risk any kind of injuries ahead of it, but not a sign of it from the man in the ring now.
Nah, like this, you know, when you've qualified for the Olympics, you need to keep on it. You need to keep active, because the worst thing for a boxer is inactivity. So you need to stay active. It's what keeps you sharp. It's what keeps you focused.
So, ladies
exactly
and
what he
gentlemen,
needed.
number 64, please show your appreciation for both boxers. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards where your officials at ringside score a split decision in favour of your World Box Cup GB Open light middleweight champion. Boxing out of the red corner is Nikolai Tatayan. A round of applause.
Fortunately, it wasn't the decision what Lewis wanted.
A split decision defeat for Lewis Richardson in the final. More gold for the European Games champion Nikolai Tatarian. Perhaps one to look out for in Paris 2024. He's already on his way there. As for Lewis, well, he's one of 3 guys that GB could consider for the Olympic trial at the end of next month. Haris Akbar, also a European champion. Garen Croft, the Welshman. And just to keep reiterating to you, only one of them can go to the Olympic trial, and only one of them can go to the Games in the summer.
I think if you take out the scoring from that fight and the result, I think he's just got to take from that self-performance. He performed really well, caught the guy with a lot of shots, and performed.
Yeah, he looked really good in there. Ultimately, it's how the judges see it, as you called it. He turned up the heat in the final round. He was the slicker boxer in the second round as well, but the more aggressive work perhaps was coming from Tatarian, and we don't know what each individual judge is looking for. Everybody scores fights in different ways. And the win this time went to the man in the red corner, the Dane who actually rubbed shoulders with royalty. He went to Prince Christian's 18th birthday in October. That's not bad, is it? Not bad at all.
For the men's 63.5 kilo competition. Thank you. And a very warm welcome back to our medal presenter, Fran Houghton, 5 times Olympian rower, 3 times Olympic silver medalist, and 4 times world champion. This is the World Boxing Cup GB Open Sheffield 2024 medal ceremony for the men's 63.5 kilo competition. And in bronze medal position, representing Mongolia, Tulga Oyunbatar. Also in bronze medal position, representing Germany, Hassan Hansen. In silver medal position, representing England, Joe Tyers. In gold medal position and winner of the men's 63.5 kilo competition, representing England, Patrice Mughalzai. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our boxers and thank you to Fran Houghton.
So there are the medals from what was a terrific contest and a brilliant win from that man on the centre of your screen, the gold medalist Patrice Mughalzai, just a few moments ago in the men's light welterweight division, beating Joe Tyers down to the silver step. Joe Tyers had beaten the man on the right of your screen, Assen Hansen, the German, in the white top the day before. Well, we've only got 2 bouts left, Luke.
It's flown by today.
Well, that's what happens when you spend time with me, mate. Time flies when you're having fun. Now, it's going to fly by over the next few minutes as well. We have got all building towards an all-English final, but before that, it's the men's super heavyweights, the big guys, the Joshuas, the Furies, you know the type.
The big giant.
Yeah, and we've got an absolute giant in the German who's in the red corner, who'll be introduced any second now. But he's up against a guy, Omar Shia, who beat the guy who beat the guy. Nelvi Tiafak was beaten by Omar Shia yesterday, and Tiafak, I thought, was the favourite for this after he beat Great Britain's Delicious Ori in the opening round. Many people, when they bought their tickets here, they might have been hoping to see Delicious, but he was beaten,
and he was beaten
in the opener.
Is he going to the? Is he qualified for
Delicious is already going, yeah.
Wow.
And what a name he's got.
Okay,
too.
ladies and gentlemen, we move on to bout number 65. Introducing your boxers to the ring, and firstly your red corner, representing Germany, give it up for Nikita Putilov.
Right, got it.
I told you he was big. Nikita Putilov making his way to the ring. He's 21 years old. Absolutely huge for his young years.
He looks in great shape as well.
Yeah, a physical specimen. He beat Stan Bertens of the Netherlands yesterday. A 3rd round stoppage, having brought about standing counts in round 1 and round 2. He packs a real punch, and the other thing for a super, he throws a lot of leather.
I'm excited to watch.
Yeah, we might not get the full 9 minutes here. He looks in great shape.
And ladies and gentlemen, introducing your blue corner to the ring,
1
representing Norway, give it up for Omar Shia.
And Omar Shia of Norway is the Scandinavian and the Norwegian champion, and yesterday recorded a terrific victory over his old nemesis. He beat Nelvi Tiafak, having lost his previous 2 meetings against him. Good win as well. And the big guys pack a big punch.
I'm just looking over now at the guy in the red corner. What a giant.
Putilov. Oh yes. I said yesterday he's like a young Ivan Drago, and when you see him throw punches, feels to me like a young Vladimir Klitschko.
Right. And these are super heavies, yeah?
Supers. The super dupers, the big men. No weight limit on these.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, this is bout number 65, which is a super heavyweight final scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes, and introducing your boxers. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the all red, and representing Germany, give it up for Nikita Putilov. And across the ring, his opponent boxing out of the blue corner, wearing the all blue, representing Norway, give it up for Omar Shia. Your referee at the bell, representing England, Mr. Tony Buff.
Yeah, the bigger they are, the harder they punch. These are the super heavyweights. To qualify, you've got to be 92 kilos plus. That's about 14.5 stone, but there is no ceiling limit.
And they are weighing 92 kilos. They're above 100, trust me.
Yeah, I think so. I think so. So Putilov of Germany is in the red on the left of your screen, and Omar Shia of Norway is in the blue.
Good start from the German already.
Well, I mentioned Klitschko. You're going to see what I mean. He holds his lead left hand out in much the same way, and he throws punches of incredible force.
Very sharp red corner.
Yeah, what was it they used to call Vladimir Klitschko? Dr. Steelhammer? I think they'll need to come up with a nickname for this fella. So Putilov against Omar Shia for the super heavyweight gold here at the GB Open. Putilov won the gold on home soil in the Cologne Open in the World Boxing Cup last November. Shia actually boxed Delicious Ori of Great Britain in the last 16 of the European Games. Delicious went on to win the gold at that event. That's why he's qualified for the Olympics, but he's no longer here, having lost his opener, and it leaves these two to box off for the gold. It would have been an all-German final had Shia not beaten Nelvi back, but he shipped some leather and he's wobbled there. He's wobbled quite badly and he's down. Such force from the German.
Right on top of the temple.
It's an amazing blow, and the referee has called a stop to the contest. And that did not last long. Nikita Putilov gets the win inside a minute 15.
Wow, what a big guy.
What a powerful man. Do you see the comparison that I was drawing? Vladimir Klitschko?
That was right on top of the temple.
Right on top of us. I was worried that the ring was going to give way. Powerful shots. And Nikita Putilov, no wonder he's smiling. He's the first boxer to double down with gold in Cologne, and he's doubled it up with gold here in the steel city of Sheffield. All smiles from the German camp over in that red corner. That man there is going to take some stopping.
Has this guy already qualified for the Paris?
Not yet, I don't think. Won't be long.
No.
Well, that was impressive. Let's have a look. Talk us through this, Luke. Come on.
I think it was a right hook. There you go.
Completely wobbled him. Equilibrium gone.
Hit him again. The right hook, that first one shot.
But the power of the right hook and then the accuracy to follow it up with two more shots as he's on the way down, that is high skill.
Yeah, just to land that shot, you've got to have great timing to land that shot as well as power.
Yeah, you know the other thing, I think he looks so clean cut.
I want to see it again.
A marketeer's dream. It's the right hook we're looking out for. Bang.
Right on top of the temple. His legs has
followed it up with a second one.
He's not recovering from that.
He had nowhere to go. Absolutely no way to go. And a good round of applause from the crowd here in Sheffield for Omar Shia, who's back on his feet.
And Shia was the guy that beat a couple of good guys on the way to the final.
65.
He did.
Your winner by a knockout, and your new World Boxing Cup GB Open Super Heavyweight Champion. Boxing out of the red corner is Nikita Putilov.
I remember the first time I saw
Ladies and gentlemen, please show
the
your
big
appreciation
Uzbek who
for
won
both
super heavyweight
boxers.
gold
Thank
at Tokyo,
you.
and the first time I saw him, you go, future. He won the Olympic gold. He's gone on to a pro career. He's, I think, 15-0, 15 KOs. Most of them don't last longer than a round. And I look at Nikita Putilov against other fellow enormous men, and you go, he is a point of difference.
I'd like to certainly watch his journey there. See him against some other competition. See what he's got. But he looks fearsome there.
Absolutely fearsome. Winning by a stoppage inside a minute and 15 seconds at any level of boxing is impressive. To do it in an international tournament against an international caliber opponent is supreme.
He caught my eye in the first 5 seconds.
And now he's dancing as he walks past us, doing a version of the Macarena. He's got some moves.
You know what great team spirit they have there, all the team sticking together and supporting each other.
Yeah, they certainly do. And it's a hug for MAXI KLOTZER. So you got the biggest member of the team hugging the smallest member of the team, the woman who lost in the flyweight final earlier to SAVANNAH STUBLEY. Yeah, great camaraderie from the Germans. He just walked past us. He looks even bigger, doesn't he? I mean, I know you used to box at bantamweight and lightweight as a pro, and I'd probably operate around about light heavyweight as a a civilian. I wouldn't want.
Yeah, he's a big guy.
Yeah. Well done to Nikita Putilov, and good to see as well Omar Shear leaving the ring under his own steam, because it was a heavy knockdown. But you mentioned he'd had a couple of wins en route. Shear, he beat Nelvi Tiafak. He denied an all-German final. These guys behind us would have absolutely loved to have seen Tiafak against
Ladies
Nikita
and gentlemen,
Putilov in an Olympic year.
Please welcome
but
into
that
the
guy beat
ring the
him.
medalist
Yeah,
and presenter
incredible. Right, it's medals
for
time.
the men's 71 kilogram competition. Thank you.
Light middleweight division, Lewis Richardson is on the podium.
And presenting the medals for this event, we welcome back Mike McAtee, Chief Executive Officer of USA Boxing. This is the World Boxing Cup GB Open Sheffield 2024 medal ceremony for the men's 71 kilogram competition. In bronze medal positions, representing the Czech Republic, Kelvin Sequesa. Also representing Germany for the bronze medal, Magomed Shahidov. And our silver medalist, representing England, Lewis Richardson. In gold medal position and winner of the men's 71 kilogram competition, representing Denmark, Nikolai Terterian. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our medalists. And thank you to Mike McAtee.
Yeah, so many congratulations to Nikolai Terterian for his gold medal in the men's light middleweight category, getting the better of a very game and durable and highly skilled English fighter in Lewis Richardson, who ultimately has to settle for the silver medal. And I would say, Luke, that we're starting to wind down, but it's not the case. We've got one fight, and it's a big one. It's England against England. It's George Crotty, a serving Marine, against Ramtin Musa, and neither of them so far has qualified for the Olympics. So a big opportunity for each man to stake their case.
Pressure's on the line then.
Feels like it, right?
What weight is this one?
So this is the light heavyweight division. Big men that can throw punches. Straight shootout, perhaps not, because I've spoken to the guys at GB Boxing. They don't make decisions just based on individual box offs. But it might shape thinking.
Yeah, it certainly will. You know, looking at the CVs now, is they both look like they've done very well for themselves.
And so here comes George Crotty for the first time this week. He's been given a walkover, and here he is in the final. And in that time, he's been able to grow a lovely moustache. He looks good, and he looks absolutely raring to go because he's been kept in the shed waiting to throw some fists.
Do you know what though? When you're going to tournaments, the first fight is always the hardest. If you've already had a fight and then you're going to your second one, for me, I was always better my second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth even.
Ladies and
First one's
gentlemen,
always the hardest.
introducing your blue corner, representing England, give it up for Ramtin Musa!
How's blue corner got in during the week?
He's boxed well. He has boxed well. He came through a really good first round win over Jindřich Janečka of the Czech Republic. 5 pro fights, Janečka. And, well, Ramtin Musa stormed through him, forced a standing 8 count in round 2, secured a stoppage victory. We don't see too many of them in this Olympic style boxing. I know we just did in the super heavyweights. He's boxed very well. And he's a confident guy as well, nicknamed Rambo, and he got the nickname from Pat Brown, fellow English boxer's dad, because when he saw him box, he says he's just like Sylvester Stallone in Rambo. He just keeps walking forward towards the danger.
Right. It might set him in a better stead than he's already had a couple of fights in this tournament.
Blowing off that ring rust, perhaps.
This is bout number 66.
That might well for him in the final.
A light heavyweight final scheduled for 3 rounds of 3 minutes. And introducing your boxers. Firstly, boxing out of the red corner, wearing the all red and representing England. Give it up for George Crotty! And across the ring, his opponent boxing out of the blue corner, wearing all blue. And representing England, give it up for Ramtin Musa! Your referee at the bell, representing Germany, Mr. Alexander Dobish.
So it's been a terrific final session of boxing here at the GB Open at the English Institute of Sport here in Sheffield, and it all comes to a close with this box off for the men's light heavyweight gold between 2 English boxers. George Crotty in the red with the wonderful moustache, looks like John Conte back in the day, and Ramtin Musa, his England teammate, in the blue.
We have a good clash of styles here with the southpaw and orthodox.
So Crotty with the southpaw stance, leading with the right hand. He is a serving Marine, the first to go to a World Championships for Team England, Team GB. Fit as a fiddle.
When they announce his name, I see him come forward and sort of stand like a Marine. So I thought, oh, that must be the guy, that must be the Marine.
Turn up. Okay, throwing some good shots. He's been waiting a long time to get in the ring, Crotty, because of those 2 walkover wins. His opponents both withdrew injured. But this will be the same as the fights that we've seen earlier between 2 teammates. Ultimately, they'll have boxed many rounds in the gym together.
Again, yeah, I'm very sure that they know each other inside and out. You know, they're sparring twice a week with each other every week down on training camps.
Yeah, and they both have recent success. George Crotty on an international tournament in Portugal last month, and Ramtin Musa won the Tama tournament in Helsinki in November.
Tama tournament, I know that very well. These tournaments don't change.
No, they do not. Musa up on the ropes and trying to use it to spring forward and throw a couple of quick punches out. Crotty was a bit too smart for it.
Red corner's had a real good start, I think, so far. Started
Nice
well.
Fluidity to his movement.
Yeah, started really well.
Yep, in and out boxing style. Asking the question of Musa, and Musa yet to find his range.
Stepping in, falling in a little bit as he's throwing a 1-2 there, where they seem to get caught up in a little cuddle.
Yeah, Musa didn't have his first amateur bout until he was 15. His dad said he was lazy. He said, do you want this or not? And he won his first bout. Ultimately, he said, yeah, I love it. I want it. And here he is with the Team GB squad. But Crotty is backing him up, trying to show who's the stronger man in the ring. That's good work by both men.
Both standing and trading in the centre of the ring.
Crotty trying to land the 1s and 2s straight down the middle. Musa backed off. Now here he comes on the advance.
I think Crotty's movement is really good. He's making blue corner miss quite a bit.
Yeah, not had too many clean landing punches in the round so far. Just 20 seconds to go.
I haven't seen an eye-catching punch yet between the pair of them.
Which makes it very difficult to score.
It does.
So the judges will be looking instead for intent, defensive work. It's not all just on the punches that land.
Volume of punches, defence, pressure. You know, one judge will look at something different compared to the next.
Yeah, they certainly will. I don't know if you're feeling this. We're going to get the judges' scores on the screen in a minute, which will be interesting to see. But it feels to me like there's been a bit of pressure taken out of the room since that knockout in the super heavyweights. They've gone with a 3-2 split in favour of Crotty in the red corner.
Yeah, I think, you know what? I think that's on the money, that one, if I'm honest. I think it's a very close round. Certainly split, but I'd have edged it more to Crotty than anything else.
Yeah, which is the position that we find ourselves. Can you sense that though, or is that just me? It just feels like the room is a bit strange compared to where it was 10 minutes ago.
I agree. Maybe it's the tensions getting a little bit more.
The gasp when you see somebody stopped inside the distance. You don't expect it at this Olympic style boxing.
Seconds out.
Okay, we want to see some more punches landing in this second round. George Crotty up on a split decision from the judges, 3-2 in favour of the man in the red corner.
I think Crotty started really well, considering he's had 2 walkovers this week, and this is the first time he's actually getting in the ring and being able to compete.
Yeah, just noticing a couple of times as well that Musa accidentally has trodden on the foot of Crotty, and that's because Crotty's leading off the right boot, Musa off the left, and they're coming into a bit of a tangle.
Well, you don't often see southpaws go the way he's going right now. They always go...
Rather than being a counter puncher, he's trying to set the tone.
Yeah, he's moving more into the right hand of blue corner.
So Crotty turns 30 next month. I'd love to go to the Olympics to celebrate his 30th year.
So he's a little bit older than the majority that we've had today then.
Yeah, well, he spent a good portion of his time serving in the British Royal Navy. Boxing for them, so boxing well for them.
You've gone from one tough career to another.
Yeah, no rest for the wicked, eh?
Certainly not.
He loves it. I asked him what was harder, the Royal Marines training or training here with GB, and without hesitation he said the private training, the Marines.
Yeah, I can imagine.
Be the best. I think that's the motto, isn't it? Right, back to the action. Minute 42 left of this middle round of 3. Ramtin Musa in blue against George Crotty in the red. Both with Olympic hopes and both looking to win the gold here in Sheffield.
I think both guys are doing pretty well. I hadn't really seen anyone get caught with a clean shot yet.
There's a couple exchanged there, both landing as they came in. Not the cleanest of work though. That's difficult to score, difficult for the judges.
There's certainly exchanges there, but nothing eye-catching clean where someone's head gets snapped back.
And maybe that's what I was getting at earlier when we talked about Joe Tyers and Patrice Muggleseye, who've boxed hundreds of rounds together in the gym. This is the sort of thing that I was wondering might happen. Crotty off the ropes and landing as he backed away. Almost got through clean with the uppercut, but just smothered a little bit by Musa in blue.
Yeah, I think that both of these guys have got very good defence in different ways. Crotty with his footwork, his head movement, and then blue corner there with his hands defence.
And no doubt about their intent, both these guys. One punch looked a little low from Ramtin Musa there, and just drew a wince out of Crotty in red, who's backed against the ropes. Will look to use his footwork to spring forward away from them, and does.
What Crotty's doing well is he's stepping in with his shots and then stepping out and keeping that distance. Sometimes getting tangled up, but just caught him with a good shot on the inside.
Into the last 10 seconds of this second round, and again it feels to me like another tough round for the judges, although that's a good straight shot from George Crotty, just to leave them with something to think about.
Another tough round to score. You're right. I think it'll definitely be split again.
We shall see. It would be nice going down to the final round of what has been a tremendous week of boxing if we still don't know who's going to come out with the gold medal here. And there is the split. It's a 3-2 split the other way. So the first round went 3-2 red. This one's gone 3-2 blue. And we are as they lie.
That's completely level, right?
3 of the judges have got it dead level.
And then one judge had red corner winning, the other
And
one
one's
had
got blue. So it's all on this.
It's all to play for.
All to play for. This is where you think, well, you need that message to get to the boxers, really.
Oh, 100%. The corner would definitely be telling the fighters
Seconds
to up or down.
It's on this,
I
it's
got
on
told
this.
if I was winning and losing.
Okay, here we go. 3 minutes to gold. Rantin Musa in blue against George Crotty. Strap yourselves in. I would imagine that they'll be setting out to win this gold medal from this final round.
It's level going into the last round, so it's all to play for. Great work there by Crotty.
Musa continues walking forward. Crotty spinning him around, and the crowd are starting to get more into this one as we head into the final 2.5 minutes. It's tense here in Sheffield.
You can feel it in the air.
Yeah, you really can. Oh, that's a good shot and ducked out of range. Good work from Crotty in red. And Musa's calling on the referee to help him, but the referee is saying no, just box, sort yourselves out.
See, now from blue corner, he seems to have got a little bit more agency in his work, and he's letting his hands go a bit more.
Yeah,
Good
good
head
to
movement
see.
there by blue.
Inside the last 2 minutes. Inside the last 2 minutes of the week. 60 plus bouts we've shown on BBC TV as Musa just gets his feet tangled up.
Yeah, trips over his lead foot, I think.
And now Crotty's starting to let go a couple of power shots while Musa's focusing on the combination work.
Crotty cannot afford to stay there while Musa lets his hands go up close. The judges will be seeing that.
They will know what's on the line here. They really will, even though this isn't a direct box off. That is a great shot. The backhand left sent Rantin Musa reeling back across the ring.
That was certainly an eye-catching shot for the judges to see.
Is that the first one of the bout? Genuinely eye-catching shot.
I think it's the first one we've seen. It's another 1-2 there.
Yeah. Both upping the work rate as we head towards the final minute. Crotty landed that signature shot of this final round. But Musa is still pouring forward, trying to apply the pressure. Crotty just holding him off, using that Royal Marine strength to walk his man backwards. Yeah. Musa wants the referee to split up and let the two men have a genuine fight with space between them.
Yeah, I think Crotty needs to keep moving and keep his distance. Blue corner's coming on strong now and he's letting his hands go.
He certainly is. I think we're in for a treat. Last 30 seconds of the contest. Musa in blue continues to walk forward and he lands with a lead left as he comes rushing in. He's working away to the body. An uppercut as well sends a bit of spit into the air. This is good work from Rantin Musa as Crotty just tries to spoil and use his strength.
Crotty does not want to be there. He needs to get his distance.
Into the last 10 seconds. This one is going to end like Rocky 2. Both throwing the punches. And we're going to draw to a close with it up in the air. I can't call it.
Nah, this for me could go either way. And I don't think you could complain about either winner.
No, I don't think you could. I really don't think you could. It was a clash of styles. Crotty landed a couple of solo shots, 1-2 combinations in that final round that really snapped his opponent's head back, but the work rate came from the man in the blue corner.
It did. Now, if the judges were scoring, you know, he was letting his hands go and he was hitting. He wasn't really hitting him clean. He might have been hitting him on the arms and on the gloves, but was the judges scoring that? We'll soon see now.
Well, we shall see. They were dead level going into this final round, and we'll head into the ring with Craig for the official announcement.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, bout number 66, please show your appreciation for both boxers. So, ladies and gentlemen, after 3 rounds of boxing, we go to the scorecards. We, your officials, are ringside. Scoring split decision in favour of your new World Boxing GB Open champion, boxing out of the blue corner, it's Ramtin Musa. A round of applause, both boxers.
Well, what a reaction from Ramtin Musa. You can see what that means. He took a 4-1 split on the final round judges' scorecards, and he has got the job done against one of his Team GB fellow teammates. What a win.
Yeah, one of the best starts for him as well. You know, he started not quite slow, but picked the pace up and come back and got the win. It was them certainly letting his hands go in that last round was what did it for him.
Well, gold in the Tama tournament, you're familiar with it in Finland on his last outing. Gold here in Sheffield in the GB Open in the World Boxing Cup. He is knocking on the GB coach's door and saying, look, I am proving to you time and time again that you send me to these tournaments and I will get the job done.
All he's got to do is keep winning. It's as simple as that. You ain't got to ask for permission, you ain't got to ask who's getting sent, all you got to do is win. Everything in sport is about performance.
He is absolutely beaming as he walks past us, Ramtin Musa. What a terrific win for him. Won his first amateur bout by stoppage. He said that was the moment he was hooked. English national champion, just 25 fights into his amateur career. He missed out on selection for Team GB initially because they preferred Lewis Richardson. They were at the same weight then, they're not at the same weight now.
And now he's moved up.
And now he's moved up. And he's just beaten one of his Team GB teammates in George Crotty to send a message. That's all we can say. It can influence thinking. It's not going to ultimately be the be-all and end-all, the final decision of who goes to the Olympic trials, who goes to the Olympics, but it sends a message.
It was a very close fight. And you know, for me, if the other guy would have won, no complaints.
Yeah, although the judges on the final round, they went 4-1, whereas all of the others were much
Ladies
closer.
and gentlemen,
See what I say, where he was letting his hands
please
go.
welcome into the ring the medalist and presenter.
They've scored that.
They certainly have. Right, the boxing has come to its conclusion. We're just going to crown the last of our gold medalists. We'll head into the ring with Yuri.
And a very warm welcome to our medal presenter. Will you welcome Jerome Pels, Chief Executive Officer of England Boxing. This is the World Boxing Cup GB Open Sheffield 2024 medal ceremony for the men's 92 plus kilogram competition. In bronze medals positions, representing Germany, Nelvi Tiafak. Also in bronze medal position, representing the Netherlands, Stan Bertens. And in silver medal position, representing Norway, Omar Shiha. And in gold medal position and winner of the men's 92 plus kilogram competition, representing Germany, Nikita Putilov. Ladies and gentlemen, please show your appreciation for our medalists, and thank you to Jerome Pels.
So well done to Nikita Putilov, the giant German who knocked out the man on the far left of your screen. Omar Shia won him by stoppage, and he also beat the guy in the orange Stan Burtons yesterday, also by stoppage. That is not a bad couple of days' work for a super heavyweight, not seeing the final bell in either of his bouts.
You did say he was good. In the first 5 seconds of him boxing, I knew he was good. Look at that.
Those 2 shots with the right hand just would finish anybody.
And that's not easy to do against a good opponent.
Yeah, terrific work from Nikita Putilov. We've got one more medal ceremony to come, and that is from the fight that we saw last, with Ramtin Musa getting the better of his Team England, Team GB colleague in George Crotty. But we'll just continue to enjoy these shots from a super heavyweight going about his work.
Yeah,
nothing but business from Nikita
very
Putilov.
Exciting to watch.
Yeah, back-to-back gold medals in the World Boxing Cup for Nikita Putilov. He won in Cologne, and he's won here in Sheffield. And there will be a lot of eyes on him as we work towards the Olympics. Big tournament in Italy, the Olympic trials, and a lot of these GB hopefuls who we've seen over the last week will have their eyes on that. There's another one in Bangkok in Thailand as well.
Ladies and gentlemen, and now for our final medal presentation
medal ceremony
of the
and
tournament.
It's a gold, silver for Team England. We'll head back to Yuri in the ring.
For the men's 80 kilogram competition. Thank you. And a very warm welcome back to our technical delegate of this World Boxing Cup here in Sheffield, Michael Jensen. This is the World Boxing Cup GB Open Sheffield 2024 medal ceremony for the men's 80 kilogram competition. And in bronze medal positions, representing Wales, Taylor Bevan, but Taylor Bevan is not with us, so Aidan Doyle, Great Britain's physiotherapist, will receive the medal on behalf of Taylor Bevan from Wales. And also in bronze medal position, representing Germany, Ben Ehis. And in silver medal position, representing England, George Crotty. And our final winner and gold medalist of the men's 80 kilogram competition goes to England, represented by Ramtin Musa. Ladies and gentlemen, a warm applause for our medalists, and thank you to our technical delegate, Michael Jensen.
So the biggest of smiles comes from the man in the centre of your screen, Ramtin Musa, getting the better of his GB teammate George Crotty in the men's light heavyweight final. It was a pick'em until we went right down the stretch and the judges leaned in his favour 4-1, and Ramtin Musa just reminds the GB boxing selectors ahead of that Olympic trial in 6 weeks' time that he has got the job done.
To come back after being down in the first round, he did really well, really well. You know, each round he stepped the gas up a little bit more, so he did really well to get that win.
Yes, he certainly did. And actually, if you look back at the day that we've had, finals day here at the GB Open, Luke, we've had a number of gold medals given out. and 8 of them across the day have been to home nations fighters. We started off the day with a gold for Kieran MacDonald in the men's flyweight. Owen Harris Allen was given a walkover win because Jack Dryden couldn't take to the win. He took the gold in the men's featherweight for Wales. Shona Whitwell in the women's lightweight representing England, and Dion Berman in the women's welterweight. That was this morning, and then the most impressive bout of the morning was the best till last in the women's middleweight with Cindy Ngamba, who boxes in Bolton, trains here in Sheffield with the Team GB team, getting the better of a much more experienced opponent.
What a great fight that was. I'm still impressed by that. Really, it really was.
Supreme clash of styles. The smaller woman brought it and won.
I just like that she had the fact that she had no fear about her. Like, she didn't care who was in front of her. She wasn't bothered what they'd achieved. She just went out there and did what she did her thing. I like that.
Yeah, she did it well. You like winners, you've told us all day. You don't like people that like to lose. You like people who like to win, and Cindy Ngamba is definitely one of them. She represents the refugee international team because it is illegal to be gay in her native Cameroon. She trains with Team GB. One day she may represent Team GB, but for now she's a refugee. And then on to the afternoon session that we have seen. SAVANNAH STUBLEY winning the opening bout to win the women's flyweight for England. Gold medal for her. And then the second fight, what a performance from young Lauren MACKIE, just 18 years old, as she took the gold in the women's bantamweight division.
Very impressed by her still. Great footwork, in and out, letting her shots go, looking so powerful and strong as well. Like I think that's a massive thing that I saw from her, was her power. I think she's so young as well. But again, I think she'll have a quick rise to the top.
Yeah, well, we shall watch her career with great verve. I can't wait to see what she can do. Patrice Muggleseye getting the better of his fellow English teammate Joe Tyers. He won gold as well, and we've just seen the big smile from Ramtin Musa, who got the better of George Crotty in the men's light heavyweight division. But I want to end with just a quick reflection on that giant German super heavyweight, the performance from Nikita Putilov, who only allowed his opponent 1 minute 15 of that super heavyweight and doubled down. Gold in Cologne and gold here in Sheffield.
Very explosive. Very impressed. The second he come out, you know, and the second he started with the hooks, great touch.
Open him up with the left, send him to sleep with the right.
Right over the top. His legs are completely gone now. He did really well just to stay on his feet for that shot. But even in the first 5 seconds he come out and he hit him with the lead hook, I'm like, woof. That was...
yeah, woof is the noise as Luke Campbell, who knows a thing or two about Olympic boxing. What an absolute show from Nikita Putilov. We'll look forward to seeing what future his career will deliver. He's only 21 years young. But our time is up here. What are we? We're heading towards 4 o'clock in the afternoon. Saturday in Sheffield, the Steel City. We've had 4 days of quite brilliant international boxing here. All part of the World Boxing Cup. World Boxing's aim is to keep boxing in the Olympics. Don't you forget that. We hope you've enjoyed it watching myself, Chris Latcham, and Luke Campbell, Olympic champion from London 2012. Have you enjoyed it, Luke?
I've enjoyed it, yeah. Today's gone quick. There've been some great fights, and it's easy to talk boxing when you can enjoy the boxing.
Well, you're very good at it. Thank you for being with us. Luke Campbell, it's been an absolute pleasure. Thank you for watching us on BBC Sport. Thank you for being with us on the YouTube channels of World Boxing and GB Boxing. But for now, from the GB Open in Sheffield, it's goodbye.
Thanks again.